Right, try that again. As we have Twarfing Van Sicely versus Shadow Press for the UKWF title. So they say. Big overhand right, do-si-do around we go, into the corner goes Twarfing. Overhand right, nope, do-si-do around we go, goes into the corner. Overhand again. A little dance in the corner here. Kick underneath the hamstring. Shadow now with the Lufez press, raining down the shots. Welcome back, Yeti and Miss Jones. There's Twarfing now, bringing up Shadow Press. Scoops him up, backbreaker. Shadow with a forearm. Diving through the ropes with the spear. No sidestep there by Twarfing. Irish whip into the corner we go. Shadow now shoots for legs, nope. DDT counter there by Twarfing in the corner. Stomped down into the chest and dragged away. Leg hook down for the one and only a 1 count. Back heel kick, swing and a miss there by Shadow Press. Scooped up, slipped out the back door, pushed away. Twarfing now comes and catches Shadow Press with a fireman's carry takedown. Nope. Jennifer Quinn knocked it as she walked through to come to my office. She knocked the transmission box apparently. That BBQs are dangerous. She should come with a wide load hazard. Big, oh shit, the big European uppercut. 3rd time lucky. Hopefully this is the last one, because we've only got this match and the main event, the Midnight Riders versus the Nightmare Crew, to go. But we need this title match decided. Flying forearm. Another forearm takes down Twarfing. The sling blade taking him off his feet. Dragged away towards the rope. Shadow Press going for the pin. Leg hook down. There's the 1, the 2, and a kick out on 2. Shadow shocked, but it wasn't enough to put Twarfing away. Twarfing now looking to rock the kitty to sleep. Down for the 1, 2, and wow, Cat's Cradle puts away. I don't know what he's actually calling that move, but we have a new UKWF champion, and it's Twarfing Van Sicely. So Twarfing Van Sicely will need to pick an opponent by midnight Eastern on Sunday, unless he wants to do it anytime soon. Right, let's update the rankings there. I wasn't expecting such a quick finish, but Twarfing Van Sicely now sits on 27 points with a record of 2 and 1. Obviously one of those being a title challenge success. Shadow Press. What's he going to lose here for losing the belt? He loses 5 points, is now down to 70 points. A record of 5 and 2 in singles action. Title defenses 3 and 2 now. Unlucky Shadow Press. Tiger's Killer. There you go. But there we go, there we go. Here we go again. Gemma fucking McAllister going after a women's KO champion. She's waited till Minerva dropped the belt to go after her. But Gemma McAllister going after Angelina Nightwalker. 12 Think Van Sicely, like I said, you need to pick an opponent by midnight or Sunday Eastern Time Zone from the Red Dragon Wrestling locker room. Anyone but Shadow Press for your first choice. Shadow Press can come in another choice later on, but I don't want him being your first choice. But here we go, Women's KO Challenge. Gemma McAllister versus Angelina, both women out of the SWA locker room. And there she is, scooting the boot across the dance floor. Gemma McAllister now. Back elbow shot blocked. They'll wind up the throw and whoop, into the steel chairs we go. Adam Gearhead. So Adam Guerin versus Twa Think Van Sicely for the UKWF GOK Championship. No worries. Adam Guerin versus Twa Think. Done and done. But here we have Angelina Nightwalker versus Gemma McAllister for the women's KO title. Gemma now being worked around, grabbed by the scruff of the neck. Angelina taking the elbow shots, and again another elbow shot. Grabbing her up. What's she looking for here? Bringing a short brain buster on that hard floor there. Again brought up to her feet now. They'll wind up the throw, and over towards the dance floor goes Angelina. We're going for a different kind of steel chair here. The black steel chair. Swing and a miss there by Gemma. Jump and lariat just catches a glance and blow for Gemma. And Angelina now with the white steel chair in her hand. Chair shot to the head. And another no swing and a miss there this time. Steel chair grabbed by Gemma, tossed away. Spun around is Angelina, thrown over towards the bar, tripping over and hitting that bar stool. Gemma now helps Angelina up to her feet. They'll wind up the throw, and over towards the dance floor she goes. Baseball bat in her hand, that Rubik's Cube bat. A shot into Angelina. Another swing and a miss this time though. Winding up, missing wildly. Angelina now comes running in. Diving cross body there by Gemma McAllister. Oh, shot to the head by Angelina. Another shot into the knees. And again, working the legs over of Gemma McAllister. Gemma though with the boot into the face of Angelina. Helped up to her feet. They'll wind up the throw, and over towards the VIP section we go. Helped up onto her feet now. Angelina breaking free. Back elbow shot. Comes in, corkscrew uppercut. Rubik's Cube baseball bat in hand. Swing and a miss. Comes swinging, Gemma steals the bat away from Angelina, comes in, big right hand catches a back elbow shot. Gemma caught with the Hurricane Runner takedown onto the dance floor. Helped up to her feet. Gemma now with a back elbow shot one more time, flying forearm there by Gemma McAllister. Helps Angelina up, and it's the rolling DDT catching Angelina. Angelina now takes a kick, no, catches the leg, over the top heel kick to the face of Gemma McAllister. Helps her up to her feet now. They'll wind up the throw, and into the steel chairs goes Gemma. fallen to the floor. Helped up to her feet yet again. Big overhand right. Angelina now into the neck breaker. Helps Gemma up to her feet again in those steel chairs. Low kick, back kick. Stomp on the wrist. Scooting that boot across the floor. Helped up onto the feet now, grabs the wrist. Pele kick, and there goes Gemma McAllister. Angelina Nightwalker with another victory to her name. So let's add that to Angelina's record. Now on 38 points. Well and truly up in the SWA rankings. And that means she's now 4-1 in the women's KO rankings there. On 38 points, Gemma McAllister dropping another 2 points. Down onto 61. The gap closing in fast. As Angelina there defends it again. And that's Gemma McAllister on a 10-6 record now. So we're going to move right along. Keep this going. But where are we now? Right, we need a tag team match. The last match of the night. This is where it all ends, and it is between the Midnight Riders, Jake Bagwell, and his partner Paul Utaker, going up against Nathan Powers and Sabertooth Scott. So the Nightmare Crew versus the Midnight Riders. Let's get it on. Well, so I think going after a man who's got a record of 0-3 in singles, 0-2 in tag, 0-2 in trios, 1-1 in Iron Skull, and 0-1 in challenges for the championship. And Lucy Openshaw, whew, I'm so glad I came across you on Twitter. Anyway, tag team action. Jake Bagwell, Paul Utaker versus Sabertooth Scott and Nathan Powers. Let's take a look at the rankings here. The Midnight Riders currently on 0-2. They need to get a victory here to get their career in this season going. The Nightmare Crew 1-2. So not a lot better than the Midnight Riders. So a lot riding on this match. Alright then, right. Well, I'm on the wrong fucking Twitter account. Get back to where we should be. So, Midnight Rider versus the Nightmare Crew. Let's just say this would help both teams very much in their singles and tags. The tag division, well, that's currently on lockdown at the moment between the Comeback Kids and the Shamrock and Shenanigans. But these two teams both need to turn it around. So here we go. The Midnight Riders coming down first. On the left, standing 6'10", 320 pounds, is the Heir of Darkness, the Prince of Hell, Paul Utaker, and his partner, 6'3", 275 pounds, from Austin, Texas, the Enforcer, Jake Bagwell. They come in at a combined weight of 595 pounds. They are the Midnight Riders. So, the Midnight Riders wasting no time getting down to the ring. Let's bring on their opponents. On the left is Sabertooth Scott, 6'2", 245 pounds. On the right, the little redhead, 5'6", 215 pounds. Both hailing from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. They are the Nightmare Crew at a combined weight of 460 pounds. So the Nightmare Crew versus the Midnight Riders. Not going to make a great deal of difference in the tag team division. It's going to help them, no doubt. But it ain't going to change the top two teams by a long shot. Because at the moment, where is he to, I think? Let's just change his title. Here we go, Paul Utaker versus Nathan Powers to kick us off. Rear waist control grab by Utaker, driving him down into the canvas and the side headlock applied. Nathan Powers trapping the head between the thighs. Paul Utaker with a little nip up, getting himself free back into the side headlock. Powers now bringing him up, side headlock. You got to think there's a giant size of disadvantage on Nathan Powers' side. Shot into the rope, sent across the ring, the big boot catching him in the head. Paul Utaker barely has to lift his boot off the ground to catch Nathan Powers in the head. Come on. Whipped into the corner now. Big boot fights his way free again. Is Paul jumping lariat to the back of the skull of Nathan Powers. And Jake tagged in early on. Jake now eyeing up Nathan. Whipped into the neutral corner here. Nathan, what was he looking for? No, Jake out the corner. Do-si-do, around we go. Nope. Side suplex tying him up in the ropes there. Jake now helped up to his feet by Nathan. Irish whip into that neutral corner yet again. Tosses him out. Nathan Powers now climbing up onto the top rope. Turning around. Whisper in the wind. Catching Jake Bagwell there. Stomping to the back of the head. Helps him up onto his feet now. The Irish whip across the ring into the other neutral corner now. Big boot by Nathan. Fights his way free. Rear waist control into the German suplex. And Jake needs to make the tag apparently. Diving out the ring. Grabbing Nathan now. Neck breaker delivered. Helping him up onto his feet. Grabbed by the scruff of the neck, tossed into the corner there. Tagged in now is Paul Utaker. Opening up that midsection, and there's the big gut punch. Nathan blocks the second punch coming his way by Paul Utaker. All whipped into the... What the fuck is she doing outside my office? Fuck off, Gemma. Side suplex. Stomp down into the back. Nathan Powers making the smart decision. And tagging in Sabertooth Scott. Overhand right, no... Back elbow shot. Irish whip into the ropes we go. Bouncing off the chest of Paul Utaker now. Grabbed across and dragged across the ring there. Back elbow shot and another back elbow shot there by Paul Utaker. Arm drag takedown, over we go. Scooped up. Brain buster by Sabertooth Scott. Jake nipping up there as Nathan Powers laid out on his back. Helps him up to his feet now. Scoops him up, slips out the back door. Does Nathan though. Pushes Jake away. Comes running in, STO takedown. Paul nowhere to be seen at the moment. As Nathan now dragging him away. Here comes the deadlift into the military press. Straddling him, walking around the ring, parading Jake Bagwell. They're dumping him down on his front now. And making his way over and tagging in Sabertooth Scott. Jake Bagwell on all fours. Kick to the midsection by Scott. Double underhook into the power bomb. Jake now trying to make it the pull you taker. Tags him in, and in comes the big man. Jumping lariat. Rolling all the way through, taking Scott down. Scott now comes in running bulldog. Taking down pull you taker. Now opening him up and laying the boots into the midsection. Forearm into the side of the head. Jake Bagwell out on the floor. Scott now caught. Nope, gut punch there. Return fire there by Paul you take a float over. DDT planting him on that big ball dome of his. Dragged up to his feet. Kick to the midsection. Sets him up for a highway to hell, driving him all the way down into hell with Paul Utaker there. The last ride power bomb, leg hook down for the 1, 2. Ooh, not even a 2 count. Holy shit! Paul Utaker surprised, not the only one, fella. Scott now caught. Northern Lights suplex. Paul holding on, rolls all the way through, picks him up, drops him down on his head. Brilliant Falcon Arrow there. Over the top rope comes Sabretooth Scott, walks straight into the grasp of Paul you take a back elbow shot, running Larry over the top rope. Marley Good, how you doing yet again? To the floor we go. Big headbutt by Scott, pulls you take her up to him. Pull you take her up again, put him, and there's another headbutt. Big left hook, float over into the neck breaker on the outside here. Tossed into the ring post he goes. Into the ring goes Sabretooth Scott. Count of 6. You take her now. Climbs in through the ropes. Sabretooth Scott jumps over the top. Gets caught straight away by Paul. You take a German suplex. Holding on. Grabs a hold of the wrist. Pull back lariat. Sending Scott through the air. And this is where Paul looks to make the tag. Dragged up onto his feet now. Grabbed by the wrist. Russian leg sweep. Paul now. Jake there with a backdrop suplex. Catches Scott. Tora Texas. Hooks the leg for the pin. There's the 1, the 2, and a kick out on 2 by Scott. The Tora Texas not enough to put him away. The guillotine choke locked in by Scott, but too close to the ropes there. Looking to tag in Nathan Powers now. Dragging him across the ring towards the centre, leg hook down for the pin. There's the 1, the 2, and a kick out on 2 by Jake Bagwell. Nathan Powers surprised for Jake was kicking out. Irish whip into the corner of the Midnight Riders. Jake Bagwell tagging in Paul Utaker now. What's he looking for here? Packages him up. The super kick pile driver combination. Paul Utaker hooks the leg down for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick by Sabretooth Scott just in time. Exploder suplex. Nathan Powers just to come up to the crotch of Paul Utaker there, as he had him all hooked up. Shoulder tackle, sunset flip powerbomb into the ring. Legs hooked down for the pin. There's the 1, and only a 1 count. Helps him up to his feet. There's the neck breaker. Powers now looking up at the lights as he takes a big stomp across the face, busting him open. Paul Utaker now laying in wait, rubbing that bloody face into the dirty mat. There's the elbow drop to the back of the skull. And now Paul, well, look at him, showing off. Youth as we know it, placating to the crowd, not focused on the job. Look, here he goes again. And Nathan Powers now crawling over towards the corner. Paul Utaker saying, come on, get up. Sweep the leg. Nathan Powers now standing moonsault. I'm sure Mr. Utaker would have gone for the pin and not fucked around. Here we go, deadlift. Mr. You take a high above the head of Nathan Powers now. Dumps him down. Paul laid out on his back. Leg hook down for the pin. 1, 2. And there's only a 2 count. Yes. We had one crash at the end of one women's match, the first women's match, which was literally the first match of the day. We had 12 Inc and Shadow Press have a freeze moment, and apart from that, we've been golden. The other 2 shows were perfectly A-OK. Not a single issue whatsoever. European uppercut there, busting open Paul Utaker on the outside. The referees count up to the count of 3 now. Mongolian chop, cool. No, the back elbow shot catching Paul Utaker there. Paul now tossing Sabretooth Scott into the ring. Through the ropes comes Paul. Overhand right to the back of the shoulders, scooping up Sabretooth Scott now, bringing him over to the corner. Lower back bashed into the turnbuckle before dumping him across the ring. And there we see it yet again, Paul Utaker wasting time, pandering to the crowd. There you see Scott crawling over to the corner of the Nightmare Crew. Back elbow shot by Scott. Kick to the midsection. Pump, handle, Drew neck breaker. And that could be done for. Paul Utaker fucking around way too much in this match. Now the leg hook down for the pin. There's the 1, the 2, and the kick out on 2. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Irish whip into the corner now. Scott planting him up on the top turnbuckle. Big right hand through the ropes, and it looks like Paul's about to go for a ride all the way to the outside. There's the superplex to the floor. There's the fireman's carry takedown. Utaker now helped up onto his feet. Tossing Scott down the side of the ring. Back heel kick underneath the leg there. Knife edge chop, return fire there. Big running out, ducked under by Scott. Overhand right, nope, left hook there by Paul Utaker. Kick to the midsection yet again. Tossed into the steel steps goes Scott. Helped up to his feet yet again. Scott now tosses Paul into the steel steps. Count of 9 on the outside here. And again Paul tossed into the steel. That midsection driven into the sharp corners. Tossed down the side of the ring over towards the corner of the Midnight Riders. Sabretooth Scott entering enemy territory. Trying to get this crowd fired up behind him. Count of 14. Utaker now tossing Scott into the steel steps. Count of 15. 16. Both men into the ring. Big right hand by Paul Utaker. Sets him up. The big Uranagi side slam. And Scott now pulled up to his feet. Grabs a hold of a leg. The big choke slam there. And again brings Sabretooth Scott up. German suplex. Scott now crawling past his man. Tagging in Nathan Powers. All because Paul Utaker was too busy taunting him and not paying attention. The arrogance of youth. Nathan Powers now showing the disrespect, lifting Paul Utaker up. A roundhouse, that could be lights out. Doesn't go for the pin. Nathan Powers now shrugged off by Paul Utaker. Big boot sidestep there by Nathan Powers. Side suplex taken over. Paul Utaker hooks the leg down for the pin. Dafford for the count. 1, 2. And the kick out just before the 3. Jake Bagwell was nowhere to be seen there. The big boot sidestepped again by Nathan Powers. Neck breaker. Nathan now crawling out to the outside. Perched up on the top. Oh, springboard 630 senton missing. Grabs a hold of the wrist. Big forearm smash there by Nathan Powers. Powers caught though, up on the shoulders of Paul Utaker. Pop up into the collar. And Paul Utaker letting another tag go on right in front of him. And in comes Sabretooth Scott with the running lariat, taking Paul off his feet. Double axe. And again the double fist taking down Paul Utaker. Tilda well slammed there, taking down Paul yet again. Sabretooth Scott climbing the ropes, going all the way up top. Utaker laid out on his back, looking up at the lights. 630 senton. Or the 630 splash, should I say. Leg hook down for the count. There's the 1, 2, and again Paul Utaker kicking out on 2. Scott whips him into the corner. Tagging in Nathan Powers, sits him up on the top turnbuckle, spreading them legs, big right hand. Nathan Powers now coming in, the assist for the superplex from the top. Nathan Powers quick to get the cover, a leg hook down for the 1, 2, and 3. The Nightmare Crew put away the Midnight Riders, and you got to admit that Paul Utaker could be well and truly at fault for that one, for the way that he played around during that match, not securing the pins. So the Midnight Riders now on -3 points with a record of 0-3. The Nightmare Crew, let's take a look now, on 8 points with a record of 2-2. Be your winners of this match: Nathan Powers, Sabretooth Scott, the Nightmare Crew. There you see Nathan Powers busted open a little bit. Sabretooth Scott, but there we have it. Our winners of tonight, the Nightmare Crew. That was your main event. We end the night with Bastage and Angelina Nightwalker, our Iron Skull and Women's KO champions. But for now, this is UKWF signing off for the night. As always, stay safe, be good, and if you can't be good, well, don't get caught being bad or have one hell of a lawyer. But on another note, stay safe, wash them hands, self-isolate as much as possible, give your medical team that much of a needed break to help them get this under control, and help as many people as you can as when it's safe to do so, and save those vulnerable people by not being a dick. But for now, this is Ulmarwolf and I'm gone. I'm done. Peace out, fuckers. I'm about to go hit another couple beers and enjoy the rest of what's left of my morning. Adios.